Well, hi. Today is Wednesday, May 28th, 2025. I'm Todd Studer, and this is Morning Coffee. And today we continue our park series, heading to one of Council Bluffs' oldest and most cherished public spaces, Fairmount Park. And if you've ever stood at the top of that high overlook and looked out over the Missouri River Valley, you know that Fairmount is special. It's got a view that connects you with both nature and history, but the story behind the park goes a lot deeper than just its scenery. First, Just Sue Creative can help you build your business with website design, search engine optimization, content creation, marketing, everything you need to take your company to the next level. Sue Pitts has a passion for small businesses, helping them thrive in a digital world. A great starting point is visiting her website, justsuecreative.com, and schedule a free consultation. Just click on that free consultation button, and you're on your way. S&B Country Kennel has become the top spot in Southwest Iowa when you need to know your dog will receive only the best. Boarding, daycare, grooming, self-washing, training, and even a membership available to a dog park over an acre in size. S&B Country Kennel also has rescue dogs, so check with them about adoption possibilities. S&B Country Kennel, located just west of I-29 on Bungie Avenue, south of Council Bluffs. And technology should work for you, not against you. At ThinkSpace IT, they provide expert IT solutions to keep your business running smoothly and securely. From cybersecurity and cloud services to network management and tech support, they simplify IT so you can focus on what matters most. Stay protected, stay connected, stay ahead. Visit ThinkSpaceIT.com. Okay, Fairmount Park spans over 100 acres. It's a space filled with trees, trails, and timeless views, and its roots go all the way back to the 1800s. Originally, the land that makes up the park was intended for housing. It was platted out as residential lots under names like Williams Second Edition and Greens Edition. But here's the thing. The terrain is steep, it's wooded, it's not exactly ideal for building, so a lot of those lots never did get developed. They just sat there. Over time, owners stopped paying taxes, and the city ended up taking the land back. It was City Councilman Andrew Graham who saw a different kind of future for that land. He believed the city could turn the rugged patch of woods into a public space, a park for the people. In 1879, Council Bluffs officially acquired the land through tax sales and condemnation, and with Graham's leadership, the transformation began. Brush was cleared, trees were planted, and even though it was still tough to reach, people began making their way up the hillside to spend time outdoors. One key move that made Fairmount more accessible was the addition of a streetcar line. It connected the park to the heart of the city, making it easier for families to escape the hustle and bustle and enjoy a bit of fresh air. But this wasn't just a few benches and a trail or two. Over time, Fairmount Park became something of a civic treasure. Back in its heyday, the park featured an aviary and a small zoo. That's right, you could see animals, feed the birds, and walk around with a view of the entire city. There was a swan pond where people would gather to watch wildlife, and during winter months, it was a popular spot for ice skating. There were pavilions for picnics, trails for hiking, and gardens planted and maintained by the city's greenhouse staff. In 1974, the park saw the addition of a carillon tower near the top of Mount Graham, built in memory of Jean and Inez Brigant. If those names ring a bell, they were known as the Little Couple, popular performers and beloved local figures who left their estate to the city. For decades, that carillon filled the air with music until neighbors eventually complained and the bells fell silent in the 1980s. Fairmount's highest point once was called Dodge Lookout, but over the years it picked up another nickname, Coil Point, thanks to the radio towers that were installed up there between 1925 and 1936. Those towers became part of the park's identity, even if they weren't originally part of the plan. Today, that spot is known as Lookout Point. And for local groups like the Kiwanis Club, the park became a place to give back. They funded a picnic shelter, enclosed and ready for use all year round. That became a favorite spot for family gatherings, reunions, and city events. Sadly, that shelter was later destroyed by arson, but its memory still lingers. As times changed, so did the way people used the park. In the early and mid 20th century, Fairmount Park was the place to be. But with the rise of home air conditioning, television, and new entertainment options, people started staying home more. Park attendance dipped. Some parts fell into disrepair. Maintenance was hard to keep up with. But Fairmount never lost its place in the heart of the city, and in recent years, it's seen a bit of a revival. Today, Fairmount Park has been reimagined for modern families and visitors. There's an interactive splash pad thanks to the Rotary Club. They open every summer from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. It's a hit with kids on hot days. There's a modern playground, plenty of picnic shelters, and trails that wind through wooden hillsides and open fields. At the top of Lookout Point, you'll find a 10-hole disc golf course that challenges players with winding paths and elevation changes. If you've never tried disc golf, this is a great place to start. The park also features a community fire pit, clean restrooms, and multiple shelters you can reserve for birthdays, get-togethers, or even quiet afternoons. But beyond all the features, beyond the disc golf, the trails, the splash pad, Fairmount Park represents something even bigger. It's a piece of Council Bluffs' living history. It's where the city came together to create something beautiful out of a challenge. It's where generations of residents have come to walk, rest, and reconnect. And it's where kids today can make the same kind of memories their grandparents made years ago. You can still walk the same paths that Andrew Graham envisioned back in 1879. You can still look out over the valley and feel connected to something larger than yourself. So if it's been a while since you visited Fairmount Park, maybe this weekend's the time. Bring a picnic, walk the trails, watch the sunset from Lookout Point. You might be surprised what you find. Now, let's take a few moments, talk about the deeper community connections Fairmount Park has maintained over the decades. It hasn't just been a place to walk your dog or ride your bike. It's been a venue for family reunions, a backdrop for high school graduation photos, and a quiet sanctuary for those needing a break from busy city life. Ask almost anyone who grew up in Council Bluffs, and they'll tell you a story about Fairmount Park. Maybe it was sledding down the steep hills in the winter, roasting marshmallows at the fire pit in the fall, or watching the stars with friends on a summer night. It's these little experiences that have kept Fairmount woven into the fabric of the city. One thing that often gets overlooked is how Fairmount Park reflects broader trends in urban planning and conservation. In many ways, the park was ahead of its time. In the late 1800s, when Andrew Graham was pushing the idea of preserving the area as a public space, that kind of thinking wasn't yet widespread. Most cities were still focused on expansion, on development, but in Council Bluffs, there was already an understanding of the value of green space. That's a lesson that's carried through to today. We now know how important parks are for public health, for mental wellness, and for creating strong communities. They give us places to gather, to move our bodies, and to simply pause. And in Fairmount, you get all that plus a rich sense of history. The park's hilly terrain also offers more than just good cardio. It helps with water runoff and erosion control. The older trees provide habitat for birds, squirrels, and even the occasional fox or deer. In fact, one of the lesser-known joys of Fairmount is bird watching. If you walk quietly in the early morning or just before dusk, you might spot owls, woodpeckers, and even the bright flash of an oriole. In recent years, there's been talk of expanding educational programs in the park, guided nature walks, history tours, and even outdoor fitness classes being considered. These are the kinds of things that can help the park reach the next generation of residents. And let's not forget accessibility. The city's been working to improve pathways and signage to ensure that people of all mobility levels can enjoy the park. Fairmount's becoming more welcoming for everyone. What makes this place stand out isn't just the history. It's the combination of natural beauty, urban convenience, and a community that cares. So again, I encourage you, don't let Fairmount Park be one of those places you only drive past. Get out there, spend an afternoon exploring, or even just stop by on your lunch break to take in the view. Fairmount Park is here for all of us, and it's waiting for your next memory to be made. AIM Institute brings you Southwest Iowa Free Technical Training, or SWIFT, providing accelerated training for Iowans interested in a career in technology. The program is fully funded by the Charles E. Lakin Foundation, meaning that participants can register at no cost to themselves. Trainings are facilitated by AIM Institute instructors and are taught both online and in person at multiple locations in Southwest Iowa. Visit aiminstitute.org to learn more. Unlock your potential with the best wrestler in Council Bluffs. They have a lot of camps coming up, including their best 20-day camp. Or if you're looking for something for beginners, they have day camps, weekend camps designed for more intensive training. And the best 20-day camp features 50 practices, drawing young athletes from across the country. You can experience top-tier training, build lasting friendships, and become part of a community dedicated to excellence. Learn more at thebestwrestler.com. And why not stop out at the Mile Away later today for lunch? Open for lunch every day, Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 2. Check out their daily specials. And don't forget, coming up on this weekend will be their Bizarre Bazaar. You can learn all about it by following them on social media. Just follow the Mile Away and Council Bluffs. And also, they've got the $5 burger and fries special coming up tomorrow night. That's Thursday night. That is with a drink purchase. Otherwise, it's $7. And still, a half-pound burger and fries for $7 is a great, great deal. So, the Mile Away, Old Lincoln Highway in Council Bluffs. Well, that's going to wrap up this episode of Morning Coffee. This has been episode 2 in the series on the parks of Council Bluffs. Next time, we're going to be exploring some of the more smaller parks that we find all around town, and that is coming up next. I'm Todd Studer. We'll see you back here again tomorrow morning.